and learn, play and learn.
Hello and welcome to Storytime with the Wilkinson Public Library. I'm Miss Rachel and today I have some fun books from our imaginary section here in the youth section at the library. So, my first book is called The Little Guys and it's by Vera Brosgol and it's published by Roaring Brook Publishing in New York. So here we go. You are looking at the strongest guys in the whole forest down here on this island. We are the little guys. Yes, we are small, but there are a lot of us. Together, we are strong, and we can get all we need. We can cross deep water where you can't see the bottom. Off to find breakfast for the little guys. We never get lost in the big dark forest. Nothing to fear for the little guys. We can find enough food for all of us. A piece of cake for the little guys. We can lift things that weigh more than we do. No sweat for the little guys. We can climb the tallest tree there is. Easy peasy for the little guys. We can dig through anything that stands in our way. Nothing stops the little guys. We can beat up the biggest animal we find. Don't mess with the little guys. None for you, all for us. Hand it over to the little guys. We are the little guys. Yes, we are small, but there are a lot of us. Together, we are strong, and we have everything. We have everything. Ah! Oh no, they all fell. Splash! We are the little guys. Yes, there are a lot of us. But we are small. We have all we need. And together, we are strong. The end. Now let's do a little song. Do you guys know the Itsy Bitsy Spider? Okay, here we go. The itsy bitsy spider climbed up the water spout. Down came the rain and washed the spider out. Out came the sun that dried up all the rain, and the itsy bitsy spider climbed up the spout again. Okay, do you guys know the big hairy spider?
The big old hairy spider climbed up the water spout. Down came the rain and washed the spider out. Out came the sun and dried up all the rain, and the big old hairy spider climbed up the spout again.
Good job, everyone. Now I think it's time for another story. This one is called Imagine That by Jonathan V. Ross. It's published by Henry Holt and Company in New York. Okay. Olivia had a great big imagination, which was only just a smidge smaller than her huge heart. Her best friend Hoot had a heart that was equally big. His imagination, however, well, one rainy day, Hoot discovered something unexpected. Olivia tugged on Hoot's wing. "Let's go on a pretend adventure," she said. "Rainy days are perfect for that." Hoot agreed, but in the very moment he tried to imagine something magnificent, he imagined nothing at all. "I lost it," said Hoot. "Lost what?" said Olivia. "My imagination," he replied, "and I can't remember where I had it last." Then he got a more upsetting idea. "Or maybe my imagination is broken." "I don't think it works like that," said Olive. "But if it is broken, we should try to fix it." "How?" said Hoot. Olive was puzzled. "Actually, I don't know. You just pretend like something is, even though it really isn't." Just then, the rain began to beat harder against the window. "I know," she said. "What if the water gets higher than just a little, and the puddles grow really big?" Suddenly, Olive felt the house lurch. "Hoot!" cried Olive. "Do you feel that? We're floating away." But Hoot felt nothing. "It's only a puddle," he said, looking out the window. Olive sighed. A puddle isn't a very good adventure. Then she got another idea. "It looks like an antenna," she said. "Because it is," said Hoot. "Your head must be all scrambly. That's why your imagination isn't working," said Olive. "How clever," said Hoot. A head scrambler. Olive led Hoot into a room full of shadows. She gasped. "Do you see that?" she said. "In the corner." "See what?" asked Hoot. "The giant," Olive whispered. But Hoot saw nothing. "Maybe I blinked," he said. "Or maybe it's worse than I thought," replied Olive. So Olive tried earmuffs. "For your leaky ears," she said. "How else could your imagination be escaping?" "I guess that's why they tickle sometimes," said Hoot, following Olivia into the cellar. They stepped into the dark. Something fluttered. Olive froze. "Do you hear that?" she whispered. "Fairies." But Hoot heard nothing. "These earmuffs might keep my insides from coming outside," he said, "but I can't hear anything with them on." So Olive tried something sleepy, then something upside down, and then perhaps 1 or 10 other somethings, but nothing worked. "Maybe I can't be fixed," said Hoot. "Or maybe you're not really trying," said Olive. It was quiet for a long time. Finally, in a small voice, Hoot spoke. "Why is it when my imagination is the thing that's broken, it's my heart that hurts the most?" "That's it!" shouted Olive. She had forgotten the most important part. "You have to imagine with this," she said, placing her hand over Hoot's heart. "Should I try again?" asked Hoot. "You should always try again," said Olive. Hoot closed his eyes and... "I see something," said Hoot, "but it's so small." "That's how everything starts," replied Olive. "If you want to grow, you have to love it." So Hoot imagined again with his huge, whole heart. "You did it!" shouted Olive. "Of course I did," said Hoot. But that was only the beginning. When the clouds broke and the world sparkled in the sun, Hoot and Olive's imagination spilled into everything. They sailed to far-off places and saw magnificent things. They built castles and tamed dragons. They were heroes and kings. That day, they played till their laughs finally turned into giggles. "Thank you," said Hoot. "For what?" asked Olive. "For showing me the most important part." Olive smiled. "What should we imagine tomorrow?" asked Hoot. "We could be pirates," said Olive, "searching for treasure." "That's an extra good idea," said Hoot. "Do you think we could also imagine being friends forever?" And they did. They imagined it all, and so much more. Both of them together. The end. Well, thank you all so much for tuning into Storytime here at the Wilkinson Public Library. We post new story times every Wednesday, so be sure to check back in and click on some other story times. Thank you so much. Have a great day.